2024 in Blox Fruits is going to be massive. I've already showed you guys in this video the 15 most common mistakes you have to miss. Now let's talk about the massive updates that are coming this year. I like to look at this stuff every single year to get excited and to plan my path ahead. But first off, guys, if you are new here, make sure you press like, subscribe with all notifications turned on, and leave a comment down below with your username and the update you're most excited for after watching the video. I'll pick a random person, give them a permanent devil fruit or a game pass of your choosing to help you have an amazing 2024. We've got absolutely insane stuff coming, from the dragon and control rework, the map rework, new subclasses, the 4th Sea, a crew rework, and obviously new fruits, items, accessories. So obviously the dragon fruit is the big one, and boy does it need it. What used to be the most insane fruit in the game is kind of dated now, and there is better stuff out there. But for the first time ever, we have the symbol in progress written on the dragon fruit. There was some sort of drama. It was meant to be the climax of 2023, but something went wrong and they had to set it back, which is perfectly fine if it means the fruit turns out amazing. It was meant to climax 2023, which means it's probably our next big update to start off 2024. Next is the control rework, which I didn't realize, but so many people want this in the game ASAP. Obviously, the control fruit is super cool. It's just really difficult to use, and it just feels, again, lackluster compared to the new fruits. Now that in the anime, we've seen that Law's fruit is awakened, I'm guessing we're probably going to get an awakened control fruit, or a lot of the changes to the control fruit will be inspired by the awakened version. I have not used this fruit as much as I would like, and it's probably time that I got it to 600 mastery. I really like throwing the rocks. It's not very good. Or maybe it's not that it's not very good. It's more that it's hard to use and I'm not very good. The next one is probably the biggest or second biggest update we'll get, which is the map rework. We've been waiting for this since the middle of last year, I think, but it's obviously a huge job. Here's the image I'm most excited for. This is the new factory from the 2nd Sea, which is where we raid to get a random devil fruit every hour and a half, hour and 15 minutes, whatever it is. The reworks look really, really impressive, but obviously they're a big job. The 1st and 2nd Sea desperately need to be reworked. The 3rd Sea isn't bad because it's been worked on in modern times, but if you think about the 1st Sea and a lot of the 2nd Sea, it's very old Roblox. It doesn't look anything like, say, the Tiki Outpost, which is just, this is how they do things now. It's not insane. Roblox is never going to look absolutely insane. It's still a blocky game. But there is a lot more in this map, from like the vines here to all the overgrowth and the serpents running up on these towers for the Tiki. It doesn't feel like something that you care about as a player. But the 1st Sea is ugly because it's old. It's not because it was bad. It was good for its time. It's just old now and it needs a rework. Same goes for the 2nd Sea. Imagine it all looking as good as the Tiki Outpost. It's going to be amazing. And it's something that might not affect you as an endgame player, but it brings new players to the game, which is super important. The next update that we had no idea was coming, and then they just threw it in our face, is subclasses. Now, I've never done this, but apparently there's a shipwright subclass around here somewhere. Oh, there's just a hole in the floor, right? And it goes down and there's a tunnel. Okay, I've never been here, but this is our first subclass that's ever been added into the game. You want to become a shipwright, you need to kill 20 sharks, yada, yada, yada. Cool, check back when you want to see your progress. Have I never killed 20? Oh, I have to kill 20 from now? Oh, cool. Basically, the subclass gives me the ability to repair my ship, upgrade my ship, but we're going to see more things like this. Now, we can't say for certain what those things are going to be, but we might see like treasure hunter, and maybe you'll get more coins or rare items from chests, or maybe when you defeat NPCs as a treasure hunter, you'll have like a better chance of getting scrap metal drops or whatever the drops are. I'm assuming you'll be expected to use all of the subclasses depending on what you're doing. We might even see maybe like Devil Fruit Hunter, which might give you a free-to-play but less powerful version of Fruit Notifier. Or maybe, after I've seen the admins talk about adding in a luck fruit to the game, maybe we'll see a Devil Fruit Hunter class that allows you a slight temporary buff to when you roll Devil Fruits. Maybe you'll have a better chance of not getting garbage. Man, the last like 10 videos, I've gotten bad fruits when I rolled. We can't say for certain what the subclasses are going to be. I'll definitely believe that there's some fighting ones involved, maybe like swordsman. Maybe it'll reduce the damage of your Devil Fruit or take away your ability to use a Devil Fruit, but add extra abilities to your weapons or something. Who knows? There'll definitely be stuff and things similar to Shipwright. I think Shipwright is the safest one that they could add into the game. This next one's probably going to get me into a little bit of trouble with the comment section because people are very disagreed about this next part, which is the 4th C being added into Blox Fruits. Wano is over, boys. And on its own, Wano plus Onigashima is definitely big enough to be the 4th C. Probably the thing I'm most excited for or has the most potential. This is an old map of the 3rd Sea. It's missing the Tiki Outpost over here, but we'll use this as a reference. We've got the Big Turtle Island, which is Zunisha. We've got Whole Cake Island, which is the Candyland. We've got Amazon Lily. We've got the place that Mihawk lives. All of the inspiration for the 3rd Sea, a lot of it is precursor, particularly the giant turtle being Zunisha, is a precursor to the Wano. Now that Wano is done, Onigashima, maybe even Egghead. By the time we get the 4th Sea, Egghead will be fully established, particularly in the manga. It's completely established. We could get all of those, and then, dare I say this, the 5th Sea would probably be something like Elbaf, where the giants live. In 2030, Elbaf, 5th Sea. You heard it here first, boys. Our next big update is something I am most excited for, which is the crew rework. It's mentioned in this very old video by Zeolus. He talks about how they would like to have crew bases, crew wars, redo the entire crew system. One of the biggest things I don't like about the game now is I can't see my crew symbol above my head or anywhere. Perhaps when the profiles get added, probably with the map rework, I'll be able to see my crew profile. But right now, I can't even see the image that we use. I have to hang out with another crew member. By the way, I have 2 crew members. My crew is pending. We are looking for pro gamers who would like to join. For a little while in here, we thought that some of these rooms, originally the cake scientist we thought might have had something to do with the rework, but back here, there was also at some point somewhere you could also glitch into. Maybe this is all gone now and it's just the cake scientist in this room. But for a long time, people thought there was an NPC in this castle or something to do with the crew reworks. Obviously, that hasn't happened. And I'm running around in here for absolutely no reason. But the idea that perhaps now that you can collect wood with the shipwright, maybe they'll add the ability to collect other resources. You'll be able to build your crew base with your crew members. You'll be able to do crew wars to fight for unique rewards. And just like, they could completely rework this. There's no reason for any of these crews to be on the top, right? Like, they have a lot of bounty. So what? You can pay people to give you bounty. But if we had crew wars, then whoever wins the most wars, maybe against teams that also have high bounties, that's when you could really see who the top crews are. The last thing I want to talk about is probably everyone's most excited thing, which is new Devil Fruits items and accessories. And there are a couple really, really obvious ones. I believe that so far, from the competition winners, we've gotten the Kitsune fruit was added because of the art competition. I also believe that the sound fruit was added because of the art competition. I can't remember if any others were from the art competition. No, but the Celestial and the others that you see on the screen right now, I know there's a Quetzalcoatl, the great one or the old one, can't remember. But I'm fairly certain that we'll see Celestial and the old one as a minimum. The community was so hyped for Celestial that it has to be coming into the game. The old one is my personal favorite because I'm a big fan of H.P. Lovecraft and the Cthulhu mythos, which is what the Great One or the old one. I'm going to check. The Great One, that's it. So we have the Great One still. We would like to see the Paint Fruit, Acceleration, Quetzalcoatl, and Celestial. So the Kitsune and the Sound have been added already. You guys could see all the correct names of those fruits, but I didn't have them open at the time. Also, I can almost guarantee at this point, I think we're going to get a new version of this sword of Shisui or Shunsui from the actual anime. And that's because in literally the day this goes up, focus shot, boom. Oh yeah, that's right. I've barely used this sword. The day that this goes up, when you are seeing this, it is about to release the Monsters anime or anime movie, not sure, on Netflix, the 103 Dragon Damnation, which you might recognize. That's one of Zoro's attacks in the anime and manga. It's one of his big attacks. This is an anime about Ryuma, the guy who originally used this sword. And I think, obviously, everybody's going to watch it. It's going to be sick. And we might see a new version of this sword added into the game, inspired by the new anime and stuff that they do in the new anime. Originally, the manga didn't have the Shunsui in it, but they've changed it to make it almost canon lore for One Piece. The characters in it are canon, the story and the world not necessarily is. But we are going to see Ryuma, which is Zoro's ancestor, and we're going to see how he would fight, and he will have Shunsui, which means I seriously think we might get like a Dragon Damnation version of this Shunsui, because I can't see how that doesn't happen. It's unless the anime is Garbo, I just can't see how this sword isn't getting a sick upgrade. And I will be fighting for that on Twitter so that we get it. All right, boys. Hopefully, I've edited enough images in this to keep you guys engaged. Let me know what you're most excited for. I know right now that the dragon and the control rework are big. I need to grind out more of these fruits before they come out because their value is going to be inflated to the max. These are big. For me, the most exciting thing is either new devil fruits for content or the map reworks. They're going to be amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I am on a little holiday at the moment. I need a break for my health. So I wanted to make this quick one to chat with you guys about the update. Thank you all for watching. Let me know in the comments down below what you're most excited for. And I will see you all in a couple of days with a devil fruit video.